fuck gave Brandy that funny looking white man in the front room?
I ain't gonna lie. If we really being serious, if Brandy can't sing, she's a 7.
It was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
In movie world, she's a 4.
Brandy is a 4 in movie world and a 7 in real life?
No. In film, if she can't, if she's not singing, once we do beloved Brandy singing, sitting inside your room, she's a 12.
She sang in that movie though. Towards the end.
Oh, see, that's why. By that time, I was sleeping. I was like, if they don't have this ugly baby that they about to have already.
Not this ugly baby.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. We're gonna talk about The Front Room today.
Word up.
That was that movie with Brandy that nobody knew about.
Yeah, apparently I think Lee Daniels Jr. directed it.
Somebody directed it. I know somebody black didn't write this because it was culturally inaccurate. First of all, a black woman that looks like Brandy is married to some random...
He was so random.
Some random white man. I don't know who this person was.
He was like... He wasn't even a famous actor.
Yeah, I don't even know who he was.
He was like Harry Potter Jr.
And then turn around and all of a sudden this random mother-in-law that he hates is able to move into their house. A black woman in real life and in movie world would never fall for that. I'm sorry. It just is not... And the way that mother was looking...
I don't know. Black women are nurturing. They're sensitive. I feel like, I feel like some of that would be true. Once she started pooping on herself, come on.
Y'all saw this. Y'all saw this decrepit looking old white lady. And y'all know, as black women, that mother-in-law is going to be a trauma or a trigger for you in your household. You know it. They know it. Everybody knows it.
I know that once she started doing the little speaking in tongues over the baby, I would have... I'd have slapped that hand down.
First of all, no. The fact that he hated her and she was all on board with letting her go in, and the only reason why she was all like hands on deck is because of the money. And then
that was accurate.
That was accurate. That was accurate to an extent. That was accurate to an extent. But when she gets there, pause. When she gets there, she's like shitting on herself. She's pissing on herself. She's doing all these things that she wasn't doing from before. This is not that accurate.
Was she doing it? Was that on purpose, you think? Or was it
That was definitely on purpose.
You think so?
That was definitely on purpose. That was the whole point of the movie.
Oh my God. I felt like she was like losing her faculties. Because no, there was one part where she was like laying on the floor. Then Brandy came in. She popped up. She's like, just wanted to check and see. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. She wasn't losing her faculties. She was literally doing that shit. She had already been doing that to the stepson.
Yeah.
From when he was a kid. She was like overly religious. She was like tormenting him as a child. And then now she came here and all of this had like fell on Brandy. I don't remember her character's name.
What is it, like
honest.
embarrassment torture? What kind of torture is that? Is that like a reverse torture where when you embarrass yourself to torture someone else?
I don't necessarily know if it's an embarrassment thing, but I think it's just a matter of like, eat my shit. Like, here's my shit, you gonna clean it up.
Ugh.
That a lot of people feel, a lot of elderly people, a lot of feel like...
What was that word?
A lot of them, they get to that, when they get into that nasty little elderly stage, they start doing shit like that just so you feel, just so that like they feel like you're working for what you're getting from them. I feel like that personally. I feel like that's what that was. And then not only was she doing that, she was like leading a prayer circle over them, over Brandy, while the husband was gone trying to get a job. That was another part where I was just like, why is this nigga unemployed?
He got no job and he got singing Brandy? Like, come on.
Why was he unemployed? And then she was unemployed because she had known that she was going to get fired from maternity leave because they had replaced her.
Yeah. And which is also like tricky because, the black sister, she just got a good job. She just teaching it.
Yeah.
And then they firing her for having a baby, the natural part of life. She should have got like paid maternity leave.
She did get maternity leave.
But like a paid like situation where she would actually come back into another role if they was gonna fill the role up for her.
Yeah, she wasn't tenured. She was actually an adjunct professor, and so that was their way of like quiet, like firing her. Like, oh yeah, you got pregnant. This is your punishment for getting pregnant. Because we want to put somebody in this place anyway.
Black sister, strong sister, I love you.
About my black brother, I love you, and I'll never.
We're stupid.
Yeah. So, are we telling people to watch the movie or no?
I'm telling people that I wasted my time watching this movie. It was so bad that I had to see it through. So you do with that information what you will. It was so bad that I had to see it through.
For me, it was a good movie to fall asleep to. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, when you get tired.
I watched this damn movie, y'all.
I watched like half of it. I saw when she started pooping, when she was falling and stuff like that. So that was enough for me to be like, well, it's time for me to check out.
You missed the part where she was breastfeeding.
Yeah, you told me about that.
She breastfed
so
his stepson.
How did that work? If he wasn't liking her, why would he breast?
I don't know what happened. I think she was doing some type of like little roots on them. She was like doing some type of sorcery because Brandy walked in on him on the teat. Like he
on
was
the old breast.
like on the teat, and it was like.
Did she have breast milk coming out? I know.
Yes, it was like it was.
That's crazy.
He was gone for a minute. He had went in there. She had called him to go check on the mother-in-law, and he went in there and he was gone in there for a minute. And Brandy was trying to figure out why the hell is he still in there and why is it so quiet. And she opens the door and he's being breastfed and she like runs out.
Did she say
doesn't
anything?
She looks in shock. I can't remember if she screamed or if she said anything, but then like he comes out randomly and then I don't know if he remembers this was happening. I don't know if he remembers that this was happening, but like he just was so pissed that she had hurt the baby. Brandy didn't really hurt the baby. It was an old lady who had like grabbed the baby up and like bruised the baby and shit. And was trying to blame it on Brandy. And then at a certain point, that's just I don't know. There were so many unanswered questions. There were so many like I just feel like this was just a movie to be made. Like it was there was no real rhyme or reason to it.
Hey man, when you Brandy and you get money, she like I'm gonna keep it going.
I don't know. I could have went without this.
Talk to Issa Rae, Brandy. Maybe she can hook you up with
or
something.
Jordan fucking Peele.
Yeah,
Jordan Peele could have put Brandy in a
Yeah, again, Lee Daniels, the Glenn Close I can smell your nappy pussy line is
I can smell your nappy pussy.
classic cinema. So I want you remember that part?
I do remember that part.
Classic cinema. So at the very least, we get something that is a quotable. I don't remember much about this film, so.
Yeah, no, there was no quotables except for, why can't I die? Why can't I die? Why can't I die? She was screaming that shit at the end, and Brandy made sure, you can die. Yeah. You can die.
Somebody gonna deliver.
So, would I rate this movie? I rate this movie a 3 out of 10. Tomato. It was not good. It was so bad that you had no other choice but to see it through. Why did they put Brandy with that funny looking white man?
I wonder if he must know somebody, because I'm like, he wasn't even moderately famous.
At all. I don't know who he was. I barely even knew who the damn old lady was, but he had to tell me who she was. She was some British actress.
No, I know her.
She was some British actress, and I can tell because the accent was terrible. Yeah. Oh, at one point she did like the little Klan shit because Brandy was like, "You're racist," and she was like, "Oh, I'm just a Klansman on a horse."
but again, Brandy's trying to reach a plateau from Moesha. She was Moesha, like, you know, she had like, you know, so she has to intrigue you with different roles and stuff.
Brandy
like that.
never has to do this type of role ever again. I would rather watch her and I Know What You Did Last Summer Part 3. I would rather Queens come back on for all I'm.
Wait, I liked Queens.
I enjoyed Queens. That's what I'm saying. I would rather Queens come back on for. If you're gonna be doing something, do something productive, but not this brand. I gotta go to the. Eat to the.
Is it for you?
Not yet, but it will be soon.